You will never rise while your eyes are chained to someone else's life. The moment you stop measuring yourself against people who are not walking your path, you unlock a version of yourself the world has never seen before. You want peace? Focus on yourself. You want growth? Focus on yourself. You want success? Focus on yourself. Everything begins the moment you stop wasting your energy comparing, competing, and chasing validation from people who don't even understand your purpose. Most people lose themselves trying to keep up with others. They shape their identity around opinions, trends, and expectations. They forget who they are because they're too busy watching who others are becoming. They seek approval like oxygen and wonder why they can't breathe when the world turns away. The truth is simple. You can't build your life while staring at someone else's blueprint. Your strength comes from the effort you invest in your own journey, not from the time you spend analyzing someone else's. Focus on yourself because nobody else is living your story. Nobody else carries your struggles. Nobody else feels your pain, your dreams, your fears, your late night battles. People see the surface, but they don't know what it cost you to survive. So why let their lives distract you from building yours? Why waste even a second watching their path when you have your own mountain to climb? Every minute you spend comparing is a minute stolen from your greatness. When you focus on yourself, you reclaim your power. You stop asking for permission to grow. You stop waiting for encouragement. You stop expecting people to understand your pace. Growth becomes personal. You start waking up with purpose instead of insecurity. You start seeing your progress instead of your weaknesses. You start celebrating your small wins instead of chasing someone else's big victories. And the best part? You begin to feel free from expectations, free from judgment, free from the pressure to impress. People who constantly compare themselves never feel enough because comparison is a trap. There will always be someone ahead of you and someone behind you. If you measure your worth by that, you will forever bounce between arrogance and insecurity. But when you focus on yourself, you find balance, you find clarity. You realize the only competitor you truly have is the person you were yesterday, and that is a competition worth fighting for. Focus on yourself because your energy is sacred. Stop pouring it into people who don't pour back. Stop worrying about who likes you, who supports you, who understands you. Not everyone will, and that's okay. You're not here to please the world. You're here to build yourself. You're here to become the strongest version of you. You're here to walk a path that belongs only to you. The world will catch up when it sees your results. You grow when you stop watching others and start watching your habits. You grow when you stop judging others and start judging your own discipline. You grow when you stop comparing lifestyles and start correcting your mindset. And you grow when you stop letting people's opinions dictate your actions. The moment you take responsibility for your life is the moment everything starts shifting. Stop giving your attention to noise. Silence the outside world and listen to your own soul. The reason many people feel lost is because they know everyone else better than they know themselves. They know who's dating who bought what, who traveled where, who succeeded, who failed. But they don't know their own goals. I don't know what they want to improve. They don't know what direction their life is heading. They don't know their purpose because they've never taken the time to look inward. Focusing on yourself forces you to face yourself. It forces you to confront your habits, your weaknesses, your strengths, your dreams, your truth. And that is where transformation begins. Stop giving your energy to comparison and start giving it to discipline. Work on your mind. Work on your character. Work on your body. Work on your future. Work on becoming someone you're proud of. People will always have something to say. People will always seem ahead or behind. People will always post their best moments while hiding their battles. Don't let illusions distract you from reality. Every person you compare yourself to is fighting a silent war you know nothing about. Focus on becoming the person your future self will thank you for. Focus on building habits that make you stronger. Focus on skills that open new doors. Focus on goals that matter to you. Focus on healing what hurt you. Focus on rising above the version of yourself that played small. Whenever you feel the urge to compare, redirect energy to improvement. Whenever you feel jealous, redirect it to effort. Whenever you feel insecure, redirect it to work. Your energy is too valuable to waste on observing others. Understand this. Your success has nothing to do with anyone else's. Your timing is different. Your life is different. Your obstacles are different. Your blessings are different. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to begin your next chapter. Don't let someone else's journey rush yours. Don't let someone else's achievements make you doubt your own potential. What is meant for you will come to you, but only if you're focused enough to receive it. Focus on yourself so deeply that you no longer notice what others are doing. Focus on yourself so intensely that people start wondering how you change so fast. Focus on becoming so committed to your own growth that comparison becomes irrelevant. When you master yourself, you master your life. Your path is waiting. Your future is waiting. Your potential is waiting. Stop watching others. Stop comparing. Stop doubting. Pour everything into yourself and watch what happens. Because the day you decide to focus on yourself is the day your real life begins. Maybe Allah kept you single because there is a version of you He is still protecting. You might think you are ready, but Allah sees the entire map of your life. He sees the temptations you would fall into if the wrong person entered too soon. He sees the heartbreak that would pull you away from Him. He sees the attachment that would blur your judgment. So instead of letting you walk into something that would dim your soul, He holds you in a place of waiting, not to restrict you, but to safeguard your faith. And maybe Allah kept you single because the life partner written for you is not someone ordinary. They are someone who will walk with you through tests, through growth, through changes you cannot even imagine right now. Allah isn't connecting you to just anyone. He is aligning you with someone whose presence will elevate your faith, soften your heart, and strengthen your character. Someone who will walk with you toward Jannah. And preparing such a bond takes time. Maybe Allah kept you single because you're still learning how to communicate with purity. Because marriage isn't just about love. It's about patience, understanding, compassion, and the ability to resolve conflict with mercy. And right now, Allah is teaching you emotional intelligence through the situations you face alone. He is building your resilience through moments of silence. He is refining your character through battles no one else sees. These lessons will become the foundation of your future relationship. Maybe Allah kept you single because your heart is still expanding. You are developing empathy. You are learning kindness. You are discovering parts of yourself you never noticed. Loneliness has a way of making you introspective. It forces you to confront your weaknesses and appreciate your strengths. It teaches you gratitude for the smallest things. And Allah wants your heart to grow so much that when you love someone in the future, you will love with depth, sincerity, and wisdom. Maybe Allah kept you single because He wants you to build a life you are proud of before someone joins it. A life where your dreams are not abandoned. A life where your goals are not forgotten. A life where your identity is not overshadowed. Oh, you are meant to experience certain victories alone. You are meant to achieve certain milestones independently. You are meant to stand on your own 2 feet before someone stands beside you. Allah is strengthening your foundation so that when companionship comes, it enhances your life instead of replacing it. Enhances your life instead of replacing it. Maybe Allah kept you single because you're learning to say no, to draw boundaries, to protect your peace. Before love comes, you need to learn what you will and will not accept. You need to learn your worth. You need to know when to walk away. You need to know when something is not for you. Allah is allowing situations to enter your life, not to break you, but to teach you discernment. So when the right person comes, your heart will recognize them not by excitement, but by tranquility. Maybe Allah kept you single because you still need to break free from certain fears. Fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear of losing yourself. And Allah knows that entering marriage with these fears can damage even the purest bond. So He is giving you time to heal, time to grow, time to rise above your insecurities. Time to become someone who does not depend on others to feel complete. Maybe Allah kept you single because your dars are creating a path you cannot yet see. Every night you pray for a righteous spouse. Every time you whisper to Allah about your future. Every moment you ask Him to guide you. These prayers are shaping your destiny. They are preparing the conditions. They are aligning people, places, and moments in ways hidden from you. And Allah is not ignoring you. He is organizing for you. Maybe Allah kept you single because if He gave you what you wanted now, you might not value it later. You might take it for granted. You might rush through it. But when you receive something after years of hope, patience, and faith, you cherish it differently. You protect it differently. You hold it differently. You understand its worth in a way you never would have understood before. And maybe Allah kept you single because He is teaching you to rely on Him before relying on anyone else. To find comfort in His words before finding comfort in human promises. To seek love from the one who created love itself. Because when Allah becomes the source of your peace, no human disappointment can destroy you. When Allah becomes your anchor, no separation can shake you. When Allah becomes your priority, everything else becomes easier to handle. Maybe Allah kept you single because your story is not one of rushing. It is one of destiny. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are unfolding exactly as Allah planned. Every delay is a secret blessing. Every pause is divine wisdom. Every unanswered prayer is a better answer being prepared. And one day everything will make sense. The loneliness, the waiting, the patience, the countless doors, the tears you wiped alone, the moments you questioned your path. One day Allah will bring someone into your life and your heart will whisper, "This is why the wait was long. Oh, this is why it didn't work before. This is why Allah wrote solitude into your story. Because He was preparing something worth every second of silence." Allah kept you single not to deprive you, but to deliver you to the exact moment, the exact heart, the exact destiny written for you. Maybe Allah kept you single because He wanted you to witness how strong you can be on your own. He wanted you to discover the resilience hidden inside you, the resilience you didn't know you had, the resilience that only appears when you're forced to stand alone. Because later, when you enter marriage, you will face challenges that require strength, patience, and emotional maturity. And Allah is building that inside you now, quietly, gently, deliberately. Maybe Allah kept you single because He is teaching you how to love in the way He wants you to love. With purity, respect, sincerity, and balance. Not with desperation, not with aspiration, not with attachment, not with fear, but with a heart that knows its value, a soul anchored in faith, and a love that enhances you rather than consumes you. Love without balance is not love, it's dependency. And Allah loves you too much to let you enter a sacred bond from a place of emptiness. Maybe Allah kept you single because you have a journey that cannot be shared yet, a journey meant to shape you privately. There are trials coming that only you can face, lessons meant only for you, growth that happens in silence. And Allah wants these chapters to unfold before someone enters your life, not to create distance, but to ensure that when your partner arrives, they meet a version of you that is whole, stable, centered, and ready. Maybe Allah kept you single because the pain you carry from the past is still transforming into wisdom. You're still learning why certain situations happened. You're still understanding the meaning behind the heartbreaks. You're still discovering the blessings hidden in the disappointments. Because love that enters a wounded heart can turn into attachment. But love that enters a healed heart turns into harmony. Allah is waiting for your heart to be ready for harmony. Maybe Allah kept you single because He knows how deeply you commit. When you love someone, you don't love lightly. You love with loyalty. You love with devotion. You love with sincerity. And not everyone deserves that kind of heart. Allah is saving you from people who would take advantage of it. He is shielding your soul from becoming drained, used, or broken. He is preserving your heart for someone who will match its depth. Maybe Allah kept you single because He knows the exact moment your soulmate will walk into your life. A moment written long before you were born. A moment aligned with your destiny, your growth, your timing. And if that moment hasn't arrived, it means you're still being shaped for it. You're still being prepared for it. You're still being purified for it. Maybe Allah kept you single because there are doors you will make during this phase that will open doors for you later. Doors that would never come from a heart fully satisfied. Doors that come from longing. Doors that come from vulnerability. Doors that come from trusting Allah when you don't understand. And those doors will build your future more than you realize. Maybe Allah kept you single because being alone right now is saving you from a path that would have destroyed your peace. You don't know the battles Allah removed. You don't know the heartbreaks He erased from your future. You don't know the betrayals you were protected from. You only see the delay, but He sees the disaster He prevented. Maybe Allah kept you single because the love written for you will require emotional maturity you are still developing. Allah knows the weight of companionship. He knows the challenges behind the scenes, and He doesn't want you to walk into that responsibility unprepared. He wants you to be a source of peace, not stress, a source of stability, not conflict, a source of mercy, not insecurity. And this version of you is being built day by day. Maybe Allah kept you single because He's teaching you tawakkul, real trust. The kind of trust that doesn't crumble when life doesn't go your way. The kind of trust that doesn't break when the wait becomes long. The kind of trust that relies on Allah's wisdom more than your own desires. Because the moment you place your trust fully in Allah is the moment your heart becomes unstoppable. Maybe Allah kept you single because He is showing you that your value is not tied to being chosen by a human being. Your value is tied to being created by Allah, loved by Allah, guided by Allah, loved by Allah, protected by Allah. And when you anchor your worth in Him, no rejection can shake you, no delay can discourage you, and no loneliness can break you. Maybe Allah kept you single because you needed time to build your internal world, your peace, your clarity, your character, your discipline, your relationship with Him. Because when you meet the person written for you, your internal world will shape the entire relationship. And Allah wants your internal world to be a garden, not a battlefield. Maybe Allah kept you single because the story He is writing for you is extraordinary. Not rushed, not fragile, not temporary, but strong, lasting, meaningful, and rooted in His divine wisdom. A story that will make sense later. A story that will bring tears of gratitude. A story that you will thank Allah for every day of your life. One day the wait will end. One day the prayers will be answered. One day the silence will turn into clarity. And you will look back and realize that being single was not a pause, it was preparation. If you want, I can continue even more, extend it into another long chapter, make it more emotional, or create a version specifically for a TikTok or YouTube narration voice style.